Hello, my name is Maria Furtado, and in this video we're going to talk about mindfulness. After 20 years practicing mindfulness, including meditation, yoga, and studying Buddhism, I discovered something surprising. Mindfulness isn't something I do for 10 minutes a day. It's the way I choose to live my life. Today I want to show you what mindfulness really looks like. Not the perfect version you see online, but the real habits that help me stay calm, present, and grounded while raising 3 children, working, running a home, and navigating everyday life. These are the daily practices that have transformed the way I experience life. Like many people, I spent years trying to juggle work, shopping, cooking, cleaning, and being emotionally present for my children. For a long time, I worked long hours. I was always rushing from one responsibility to the next. Although I managed to keep everything going, I realized I wasn't creating enough time to actually live the life I wanted. That made me ask myself a simple question. What is the point of talking about well-being everywhere in my videos and teaching about it if I don't create space to live it myself? So I made one of the most important decisions of my life. I changed my working hours to create a healthier work-life balance. It wasn't about working less. It was about living better. That decision gave me more time to cook healthy meals from scratch, spend time in my garden, practice mindfulness every day, and most importantly, be emotionally present for my children. Around the same time, I began studying mindfulness more deeply. At first, I used mindfulness only when I felt overwhelmed. I would stop, take a few deep breaths, look around the room, and remind myself that in that exact moment, I was safe. Sometimes I would touch a wall or a table and focus on its texture. These grounding exercises really helped me. But as I continued learning, my understanding completely changed. I asked myself, why do we only practice being present when life becomes overwhelming? Why not learn to live mindfully every day? That question changed everything. Every morning begins with gentle yoga, followed by meditation. Not because I have to, it's not obligation, because it's how I choose to begin my day. If I cannot do it one day or two, okay, it's not the end of the world, but I try. It reminds me that before I become a worker, a mother, or anything else, I'm simply a human being. Afterwards, I take a shower. Just before I finished, I turn the water completely cold. For a few seconds, every thought disappears. The cold water demands my full attention. It immediately brings me back to the present moment. Through the day, then the real mindfulness begins. As I walk, as I work, as I speak, I keep asking myself, I'm actually here? Or is my mind somewhere else? Mindfulness isn't about being perfect. It's about noticing when your attention has wandered and gently bring yourself back again and again. Our bodies are incredibly wise. For years, I rushed it everywhere. I walked fast, I multitasked. I always felt like I had to hurry. Eventually, my left leg began hurting. It was my body way of asking me to slow down. So I listened. Now I walk more slowly, and I've realized something beautiful. Walking slowly still gets me to the same destination. The difference is Now I actually enjoy the journey. I walk, I see the path, I see the trees, I see the butterflies. I take time to enjoy every single step. Breathing. I don't wait anymore until I'm anxious to breathe deeply. I breathe deeply through the day, walking to work, waiting in a queue. Just a few slow breaths remind me that life is happening right now. Breathing isn't just something that keeps us alive. It's one of the simplest ways to reconnect with ourselves. One practice that changed my life was learning to sit with my emotions. Instead of pushing difficult feelings away, instead of pretending everything was fine, I allowed myself to feel them. I asked myself, what am I really feeling? Very often, I discovered that was underneath. Our emotions aren't our enemies. Sometimes they simply trying to teach us something. We just have to stop, be present, know how to learn the lessons. One of the biggest lessons mindfulness has taught me was learning to let go. For many years, I tried to make everyone happy. I was always saying yes. And I think lots of people can relate to that. Hosting family lunches and dinners, helping whenever someone asked it. I thought putting everyone else first was the right thing to do. But little by little, I realized I was exhausted. Sometimes I even felt resentful. Not because I didn't love the people around me, but because I had forgotten to care for myself. I learned that saying yes to everyone often meant saying no to my own well being. Mindfulness taught me that setting healthy boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary. Some people naturally drift away as my priorities changed. My life became quieter. At first, that felt lonely, but over time I discovered something unexpected. There is a difference between being lonely and enjoying your own company. When I stopped being afraid of spending time alone, I finally began to know who I really was. Now I use that quiet time to read, meditate, garden, create these videos, walk in nature, and simply be with my own thoughts. I discovered that peace doesn't always come from having more people around us. Sometimes it comes from finally making space to reconnect with ourselves. When I get home, I respect my limits. Some days I have plenty of energy, some days I don't. Instead of forcing myself to keep going, I pause. Then I continue when my energy returns. I've learned that resting isn't laziness, it's part of living well. Doing the things I genuinely love restores my energy. Before I fall asleep, I practice gratitude. I brush my teeth, I switch off the lights, I climb into bed. I quietly thank life for everything that support me today. Clean water, food on the table, a roof over my head, my family, another opportunity to wake up tomorrow because we're never sure we're going to do it. And then I finish my day with a short meditation or a guided meditation before I fall asleep. It's the most peaceful way I know to end the day. And they always say the last thing in your mind is gonna stick, so I prefer to put good stuff inside to have a blessed night. So, for conclusion, people often think mindfulness is another task. I don't see it that way. For me, mindfulness is simply choosing to be fully present in the life I'm already living. It's making choice that creates space for what matters most. It's slowing down enough to notice the beauty around us. It's caring for ourselves so we can care for others. Because if you are lucky enough to live on this beautiful planet, but we spend our days trapped in yesterday or worrying about tomorrow, We miss the only moment we truly have. This one, right here, right now. This week's natural step suggestion is choose one activity you normally rush through. Making a cup of tea, walking to work, cooking dinner, taking a shower. Now, slow down. Give your full attention to that activity. Notice what you see. Notice what you hear. Notice how you feel when you're doing it. Peace isn't something you have to search for. It's something you learn to notice. Take one mindful step today and let tomorrow take care of itself. Nature provides, we regenerate. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.